All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Colecast presentation. We're here with Ultimate Series Pandasoul, game number 3 in the round of 32. We are Spies, tied up 1-1 with Gay for Life. The Spies, well, they looked pretty good in game number 1 with Rookie, and as well as Diglett and Cakes all doing their thing, but Diglett had to go to work. Jackal filling in that last game, and unfortunately, things just didn't go as well for HOMO. Rookie's Sandwraith just really never took off, and the consistent pressure that was being applied by the Game for Life team made sure that the early lead that they had taken, well, they never lost it. They carried it all the way through to a victory and forced this third and final game. Only one of these two teams is going to advance in this single elimination tournament. So early on, two very strong teams heading up against each other. We'll see who comes out on top. On the other side of things, Gay for Life definitely looked good in that last game. Let's see what they're doing in this one. They decided to blind ban Tempest and Ophelia, while Wild Soul and Rowley were banned out by HOMO. We have not seen a jungler like Keeper of the Forest so far in the series, and in fact, for me, so far in this tournament. So, Keeper of the Forest going to be first locked up, though, as he did not get banned out. Wild Soul, or excuse me, Warbeast. I keep calling him Wild Soul today. Warbeast going to join his jungle brethren. Parasite in that lock pool. You got the Bearded Brothers, Master of Arms, and Engineer in there as well. And Torture, who's been first picked, I believe, 3 out of the 4 games that I've casted today. Also going to be, well, placed into that lock pool. So a strong lock pool as well. Some very, very good Suicide Junglers. And definitely a strong supporting cast. Taking a look at the bans, though, we have Monkey King, Scout, Magmus, Wretched Hag, and Fade, all going to be well, put into the penalty box for the entirety of this game. One more ban going to be coming out here. I would not be surprised to see Artillery banned. Both games so far, the Gay for Life team has put Baltazar on Artillery. Didn't have as much success in the first game. Still got off to a good start, but he just simply could not deal with the overwhelming farm of the rest of the Spies team. And in fact, this time it's going to be Pebbles. So they say, hey, you guys did really well with Artillery in the second game. We'll let you have it again right here. And in fact, it's being shadow picked. Deadwood is actually the change to the shadow pick. So Deadwood has been on the losing side of both these games, I believe. Yes, he's been on the losing side of both these games and an early pick in both these games. So we'll see if he's going to be an effective pickup here for the Legion team or not. He could be cursed. We'll have to see. The Cursed Wood. Perhaps. HOMO, now they have the opportunity to snag the Artillery if they do want to. There's, of course, a lot of other strong heroes up there. Bubbles has actually been on the... Bubbles has actually picked up twice. Once again here by Gay for Life. So maybe Bubbles will get picked up as well. Outside of that, I'm just trying to look at... what other super strong heroes are on the board? Other top tier heroes? Maybe a Devourer up there. Lodestone. But no, it's got to be a Moon Queen. We're going to a carry game here in game number 3. Now it's going to be up to Gay for Life to save us from the perils of a farming game by going for a highly aggressive team. But with that Keeper of the Forest on the lineup and most likely going to be first picked here, I don't think they're going to go for it. I think they're going to actually pick up an Artillery right here, and we're going to go into a game reminiscent of about 5-6 months ago, an Artillery versus Moon Queen Farm Fest. Oh no! Well, we'll see. It could be that way, or it could be not. Oh man, I'm just taking a look at chat right now. Of course, just having fun here with these community events. And Say Nian, it's all right, buddy. I love Emperor. Oh no! And then Emperor strikes back. Oh no! There's like some serious rage going on in the chat. Come on, guys. Let's take it easy there. I don't even know what's going on over there. I barely even read what was going on, but it looks like Honcast is actually finished up, as I've gotten a decent influx of viewers now, and well, the Legion team going to be taking their time here with this pick. Going to be using pretty much all of their reserve time think it's going to be Bubbles Artillery, man. I think these guys have a stop. All right, whatever. I give up. They do go with the Tundra, the Pyromancer, so I like this. This indicates that they do want to remain aggressive. The Tundra is going to be able to get that bird up. He's going to be able to provide the scouting information. And so the strategy for the Legion team now is going to be kill the living crap out of Moon Queen. Make sure that she does not have an opportunity to take off. Tundra and Pyromancer are definitely two heroes that are going to combine well with Deadwood in achieving that goal. Even if they pick up the Keeper of the Forest right now, they're still going to be able to have a very aggressive lineup with maybe something like the Parasite, maybe something like the Master of Arms, or the Torturer to finish out that lineup. And now it's going to be up to 007. What are they going to do to try to prevent this Moon Queen from dying? Bramble. That's not what I expected. That is absolutely not what I expected. Keeper of the Forest. So Bramble, and I mean, okay, here's one way you can do it. With the Ensnaring Shrubbery, you can actually save yourself from a lot of damage. 40% of the damage applied is going to be mitigated by that and healed back to your allies. So a very, very strong skill. In addition, a 40% slow in a point-blank radius around the Moon Queen, making sure that somebody like Deadwood, Tundra, and even the Keeper of the Forest are going to get slowed if she does have that Ensnaring Shrubbery applied to her. Parasite Warbeast is picked up by 007, so their lanes become painfully obvious now, with the Warbeast most likely going to be in the Suicide lane. Parasite will definitely be in the jungle. You're going to have Bramble and possibly Aluna laning together, and then the Moon Queen going to do the solo thing. Could be with the Aluna as well. She might rotate between the top and middle lanes. There's a little bit of variation here, but I definitely expect Cakes to be on that Suicide. And on the Legion side, they do round out with a pretty aggressive roster. The Master of Arms going to be doing a secondary support thing along with Adro on the primary support. Pyromancer and Keeper of the Forest going to have a slow start, but I expect to see him going for some aggressive teamfight-oriented, even initiation-oriented builds, like maybe with something like the Portal Key. But with the Portal Key already going to be picked up on Deadwood and perhaps one even on Tundra, you might not see a PK out of Keeper of the Forest just that fast. Man, people are going hard in this chat. Guys, I will tell you this about Emperor. I love him, but do not get in an argument with him. If your opinion and his are opposite, there's no point in arguing, because he will never relent. And you will lose because he has tenacity. I will say that much. So Saint Nian, I love you, but you're gonna lose. Right now, we got two players from the Hellborn side up here. Oh, this could be bad. Parasite and Moon Queen could be in a lot of trouble. No, the charge shot not going to be going off. Moon Queen just a little bit too fast at getting away. Mikey, man, a little too slow on the fingers. That would have been a guaranteed kill onto either the Moon Queen or the Parasite. And especially a kill on that Parasite would set him back so far when he's banking gold right now because he wants to get that Chalice very, very quickly. If they had gotten a kill on the Parasite there, that would have been devastating to what you got. But unfortunately, they were not quite able to get that kill. Not fast enough. And they did, in fact, give away their position up there as well. There's Adro throwing down the late war Jackal. Going to be able to counterward that as soon as he's got 100 gold. And the minion's actually going to be killed pretty quick here. I don't think Moon Queen moves pretty fast. She might be able to get up there in time to actually save the creeps from hitting the tower. And you know what? I think the creeps are actually going to be just fine here. No. Okay, so they are going to lose lane position. It was very, very close. And how about this laning setup? Deadwood, Master of Arms, and a Pyromancer in an aggressive tri-lane to try to shut down this Moon Queen early. I don't mind this at all. It's very interesting, though. The way that they did choose to go about this. Leaving the Tundra and the Keeper of the Forest to actually solo. So, interesting. Top lane, the Luna does go down. God dang it. I did not expect that kill to happen so quickly, but Luna pressed up. I was just checking to see what the other lanes were on about, as I had gotten distracted talking about that kill early. Oh, there's the charge shot after the log toss, and Moon Queen will drop, gets hit by the Rotten Grass. 2 early kills here for the Gay for Life team, and we are Spies having a very hard time in this top lane. They will come back here, but there's not going to be a lot of opportunities for them to actually get a lead back in this lane, or even get to a point where they're going to be safe in this lane. I would actually expect, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do at this point. Move the Aluna into the middle lane to try to secure mid for Bramble, and then just suicide short the Moon Queen and hope that she can get an experience from 1 creep every 5 minutes or something. This is just looking really bad for We Are Spies very early on. Right now, Master of Arms is going to pick up a haste rune. He's going to go ahead and take that back up top. Counterwards have not come down just yet, as Jackal was not able to get up to that 100 gold mark before taking a fall. Warbeast and Tundra going at it in the bottom lane. Warbeast doing a good job of actually getting onto the tower. Very safe laning position for him, but Tundra with a hatchet actually hits extremely hard. One of the only heroes in the game that can actually out CS Warbeast at this point in the game. But Warbeast with that Warcry activated, he hits pretty damn hard as well, up in the 80s. So at that point, you should have been saying Warbeast hit those CS, but his attack animation is just a little bit too slow compared to that of the Tundra. And how about this? Moon Queen has rotated into the middle lane now. Master of Arms joining Keeper of the Forest, knowing that Keeper of the Forest does not have any killing potential until level 6. Moon Queen going to try to soak up some experience here and instead allow Aluna to get that experience up top. Warbeast and Tundra trading off some auto attacks, and Tundra utilizing that piercing shards, trying to get as much damage done as he can. And this creep wave is going to push out rather significantly. So Tundra going to continue to have a good time in the bottom lane. Currently sitting on 16 and 17 and 6 CS, as opposed to the 10 and 0 of the Warbeast. And right now, at least, things are looking bad for the We Are Spies team, definitely in this top lane and the bottom lane. Middle, things aren't going a whole lot better. Bramble is going to rotate up top along with Aluna and the Wild Hunter, so Felpa could be in some trouble here. There's the Leech coming in, and Bramble already using the Spore Breath, but the body block's going to miss, and Deadwood likely going to get away. Bramble saying, not yet, not yet. There's the Leech. Oh my god, one more auto. The Spore Breath actually finishes him off. And there's Pyromancer. He's going to drop the Dragonfire Stun onto Parasite. Bramble's there as well. Bramble 3 points in that Spore Breath. None in the Ensnaring Shrubbery yet. So Parasite's actually going to take a lot of damage and will drop. Bramble's potion going to get interrupted. He's going to drop the Spore Breath himself, but that's a full life Master of Arms. He is not in any trouble whatsoever, but Bramble is very much so. Oh, just kidding. Here comes the Moonbeam. Down goes Pyromancer. Bramble going to head on into the trees. He could be looking to S2 his way over a cliff, but instead Moon Queen could be taking a lot of damage. Felpa gets the kill onto Bramble, and now Moon Queen going to be trying to get away, but the clear-cutting Deadwood is going to drop a log on her face. Master of Arms with no additional mana. No charge shots for him as Tundra dives deep in the bottom lane. Gets the kill onto Warbeast. He's trapped in with some wolves, though. You don't scout with the wolves, you block with the wolves. Tundra gonna go down. Oh my god, is he gonna die? No, he's not. He's gonna live. Well played by Balthazar, getting out of the way of the wolves and making sure that he does not die to the tower. Oh my god. That was very, very close. But Balthazar, the hero of this series for Gay for Life, doing it again. 5 minutes in, a 3k gold lead, 1200 experience for the Legion team. Things are looking very good for them. Keeper of the Forest just hits level 6. He's going to be able to go and drop some roots all over these Hellborn players. Pyromancer and Master of Arms perhaps looking for a kill. MOA just a little bit too low on mana, but with Keeper of the Forest coming up, look for a stun. There's the charge shot into the Dragonfire. Nice Emerald Lightning. Not going to be enough, though. The Root catches Moon Queen, and Basara brings home the kill, saying, hey, I got kelp fields on my bubbles, and I got root fields on my Keeper of the Forest. Either way, I'm going to kill the shit out of some Rookie. And Rookie does drop. Warbeast being forced to activate the Metamorphosis in this bottom lane. He's going to jet on out of there. His top lane, Deadwood, in some trouble. The Rotten Grasp will connect, but will it be enough? Bramble and Parasite running him down. A Leech available. Going to get the slow. He's going for the clear cutting here, and he's going to maybe even try to make some big plays happen. Will he get out? Nice loop back around. He will drop the Spore Breath. Doing work. Pyromancer looking for Bramble. No assistance coming in. It's now going to be a Pyro versus Bramble fight. They might even turn this one around. Spore Breath is available here in just a couple of seconds. Oh, they want it. There's the face hug. Down goes Parasite. Well played by the Spies team. No fear from the tower either, and they're just going to throw the auto attacks in. This tower will drop. Glyph Fortification not available or not used. And just like that, a deep dive in the top lane, a couple hero kills. Spies are back in this one. Easy come, easy go, easy games when the other team throw, right? I just made that up, guys. What up? I'm like a lyrical mastermind. Sarah has retreated into the jungle, going to be trying to find some farm in an area that would otherwise not be used. Definitely like this decision. And he's trying to pull it back to an area where this will stack, but I think he screwed that up a little bit right there. Not the hugest of deals. Balthazar continues to be the top farmer in the game. 385 gold per minute, crushing cakes in the bottom lane. Warby's just not really having a good time at all. Of course, that Avalanche making sure that Metamorphosis doesn't do too much. Stuns him right on through. And as soon as you can force out that Metamorphosis, that Warbeast is going to be vulnerable for the next 100 or so seconds. That being his really only escape or fighting mechanism. And uh-oh, Ward of Sight just spotted out Warbeast. There's the Rotten Grass, going to miss. They still get the Willowmaker into the Dragonfire combo. And down goes Cakes. Middle lane, Master of Arms, going to get taken out by Moon Queen and Parasite, perhaps. He got the invis off, but it wasn't going to be enough. He turned around with the charge shot and revealed himself. Perhaps a bit of a mistake there by Mikey Man. I don't know if he would have survived or not. Deadwood going to TP into the bottom lane, trying to find some farm, while Keeper of the Forest and Tundra utilize their minions to mount a push in the middle lane. Not really that many minions, though. The bird just gets taken out right there. Coral not summoned yet. And where are the Keeper of the Forest dogs? I don't know. They're not here just yet. Pyromancer going to add his double damage. And Keeper of the Forest comes around the back now. He's going to be looking for a root. Has that available. Shiverbird going to be providing vision from on high. And interesting. Legion Courier going to get killed by Cakes' Wolves. Very well done. Of course, not losing any items. Oh, there's the Brumble Wall going to be going up right here. Master of Arms and Pyromancer both drop. The tower dies as well. Tundra and Keeper of the Forest can be trying to get away. Tundra going for a bit of a juke here. I don't know about this one. He's going to get invis. Do they have any revelation? It doesn't look like it. Keeper of the Forest can be getting away with the Ghost Marchers himself. But Tundra is still stuck on the wrong side of this river. He does break his invis with a hatchet use, and he's providing himself some cover from Shiver. Shiver dies, and now Tundra, a little bit of a scary proposition. Oh, he gets scouted out by the bird. Gonna get blocked in here by a Luna. He's going for a kill. Gonna use the Avalanche. Not gonna be able to get the kill. The Coral gonna go down as well, and the Parasite Bird, or excuse me, the Shiver Bird might have even been taken over by... Okay. I thought there was two players, and I was like, nah, there's gonna be a kill. But there wasn't. Nice charge shot right there into the dragon combo. And Bramble just a little bit too quick. Gets out of there with those ghost marches. He finished up the Helm of the Black Legion as well, so going to start to get pretty damn tanky. 390 gold per minute. He's taken over the top farm in the game, and definitely going to be a good place for him to be. Needs that strong start so that he can start to get very, very annoying. From here, where does he go? Well, he could become the Flying Brumble by picking up a portal key. He could get some friends with a puzzle box. Well, he could be looking for a Soul's Bulwark or even something like a Frostfield Plate. We'll have to see. A lot of teams do like to build a Barrier Idol on him as well, so could be any one of those. Portal Key going to be used here as a move. Gonna get the turnaround, the slow coming in, and Deadwood gonna get stunned up by the Spore Breath. There's the Avalanche, though. They are not gonna be able to bring down this Bramble no matter how hard they try. And Bramble, okay, well, there's the root. Now they will. Sorry, guys. If you use enough ults on Bramble, he will die. And in this case, 3. 3 was the number. Not 2, but 3. Defensive tower now going to take some pressure. Kill and forcing Moon Queen back enables the Legion team to convert this one. And defensive tower should drop. Moon Queen going to be heading out to the middle lane. She has to be very careful now, knowing that the portal key is on Deadwood. I'm still surprised that they killed Bramble. That's impressive, man. Helm of the Black Legion, Ghost Marchers with the mobility, and the magic resistance of the Mystic Vestments. He got his coat on, man. He got his coat on. He's saying it's getting chilly outside, and they still just brought him down. No warm-up needed. Triple stacked Ancient's going to be attempted here, though. And interesting. Pyromancer is going to be able to bring down the Ward of Revelation before the counter ward is going to happen. One advantage of being on the high ground. Ooh, Masera's Tree is going to check out the triple stacked Ancient and say, hey, those are low. We should get those. Mikey Man drops up top to the new Codex of Parasite. And the Legion team will steal about half of this triple stacked Ancient. A pretty good place to be. Oh, one of them going to be picked up there by a Luna, I believe. Maybe that was a small tree. Warbeast in trouble. Middle lane. Portal key on Deadwood is available. There's the Avalanche into the Rotten Grass. Not even needing the Willowmaker right there. The auto attacks bring down the beast. Metamorphosis not going to save you there. And Warbeast just a little bit too squishy with only the +5 armor on that Abyssal Skull. 900 life. Not going to be a good position to be in. Moon Queen is trying to farm out the jungle as his Parasite, grabbing cars as he sees fit. And we'll see if he tries to go on a ganking excursion with this, knowing that there are 5 players actually grouped up here for the Legion team. I would actually expect that Parasite might actually head to town with this Wild Hunter, get the regen, and then try to do something with it. But no, he's going to come right on over, activates the On the Hunt Invis, and will make his way up. No revelations on the ground just yet. Master of Arms has one in his inventory. The Legion team, they're definitely taking an advantage in gold, but because of the grouping up that they're doing to bring down these towers and get these pickoffs, they're falling behind in experience. Killing things like these Ancients, so really resource managing their opponents certainly helps, and a couple TPs going into the top lane now as Deadwood and Pyromancer want to be able to pick up some of this farm, and they'll start to push out the other lanes, looking for the tier 1 tower up top at least. Tundra gonna be looking for somebody. Oh, he finds Parasite right here. Parasite wants the face hug. There's the face hug into Leech in the Codex. Balthazar in some trouble, does go down. Rookie gets credit for that kill. The serial killer streak now on Moon Queen. As We Are Spies, they're managing to really find some crumbs here. Somebody's not cleaning up well enough after themselves, and we're surprised they're staying in this one. Moon Queen's getting the farm, 338 gold per minute with the Whispering Helm and the Energizer. Could be on the way towards something like a Firebrand and a Geometer's Bane, or a Shrunken Head as a first item pickup here for the Moon Queen. And then she could start to get deadly. We'll see. We'll see. Bramble also still finding his farm and levels. Warby's gonna get taken out in the top lane as Deadwood just putting the hurt. Oh, did you hear that Warbeast? He was whimpering. I don't like hearing that. I'm sorry. I'm really sentimental, especially when it comes to dogs. As many of you know, I worked in the veterinary field for quite some time and went to school to become a veterinarian. As I'm missing kills left and right. There was a Bramble wall dropped here in the bottom lane, and up top, Parasite was able to find a kill on Deadwood, a very important kill on Deadwood. He actually had enough money, I believe, to finish up the Soul's Bulwark, but setting him back in that respect is definitely something that you want to do. So the tail of the tape, 18 minutes into this third game. Pretty damn even. Golden experience split one way for one team, and well, the experience lead going to be in favor of the Spies. And with this lineup, with the Warbeast and Moon Queen for the late game potential, I would definitely say that Spies are in a good spot right now. Tundra going for something like that Shrunken Head first, instead of something that's going to give him more mobility or killing power like a portal key or a puzzle box even. It's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know about that portal key first, or excuse me, the Shrunken Head first. It's not like you need to break something like a Keeper of the Forest root and a Kelp Field and then survive multiple stuns. Like, yeah, there's stuns, there's damage, but the majority of the damage going into the later stages of this game is going to be the Moon Queen and Warby's right-click auto attacks, and even the Bramble Wall. So you're going to negate the slows, you're going to negate the stuns. You're not going to negate a whole ton of damage with that Shrunken Head, at least right now. Moon Queen will drop in the middle lane, though. 4 players, that's 5 players from the Legion side, making use of their TPs and their Tier 1 tower. Bring down Moon Queen. They're going to trade Tier 2s most likely, a Tier 2 mid for the Legion team, in exchange for the bottom Tier 2 tower in favor of the Hellborn. And that Bramble Wall is going to be used. This is probably just as strong, if not stronger, than Ball and Walk Wards when it actually comes to dropping towers. It's faster, that's for sure. It's faster, and it'll do more damage in a short amount of time, but it doesn't last as long. So, better for quick pushing, I would say. And defensive tower in the middle lane just going to be relegated to Deadwood and Tundra. But they're more than enough to finish that one up. The rest of the team did retreat as Bramble was applying pressure onto this Tier 3 tower back at home. And that Shrunken Head is finished up on Tundra, so he looks pretty damn naked in terms of items. Shrunken Head, Steam Boots. He's got that bottle as well, but I mean, nothing like a Mystic Vestments, nothing like even something like a Power Supply. Really, really going all in on that Shrunken Head, and we'll see how it pays off for Balthazar. His builds have worked for him on the artillery in the past 2 games. This one, I'm not so sure about. Portal Key was picked up on Keeper of the Forest for going something like the Astrolabe. Instead, going to allow one of the supports to pick that one up, perhaps. And Parasite Wild Hunter is scouting out that Keeper the Forest is doing some ancient, so there's nothing they can really do about it at this point. And Barrier Idol on the way for Bramble, so said that was definitely going to be one of the possibilities. And I don't mind that one whatsoever. There's a lot of magic damage on this team. Between things like everything from Pyromancer, you got the Rotten Grasp damage as well as the Root damage. Hell, even Piercing Shards and a Forked Lightning coming in from Tundra and Master of Arms. A lot of damage that'll be absorbed by that Barrier Idol. And especially if they do want to turn this into a pushing-oriented team later on. Warbeast, an excellent pusher. Bramble, excellent pusher. And even the Moon Queen, able to clear out creep waves and able to clear out towers in that base very, very quickly as the game does progress into its later stages. Once again, the Legion team moving as 5. Not going to be looking to split push, not going to be looking to get their farm on. They're looking to gain map control as TPs do come out. Multiple TPs in the middle lane. Bramble Wall is dropped to make sure they get the kill on that tower. Keeper the Forest gonna drop the root right here. Bramble immediately TPs on out. Deadwood there with the Willowmaker interrupts that, saying you ain't going nowhere. Piercing Shards and down goes Bramble. His ult was down as well. So definitely not the biggest of losses, but a necessary pick. And they're going to look to convert this one into Concourse. He's actually already on 50% life. Somebody was messing around with the big guy. Warbeast and Parasite in the vicinity, but they have absolutely no ability to actually make their way onto Concourse and try to steal the token. Well, they shouldn't have any ability as... Oh, Parasite wanted to try to steal right there. Deadwood... Oh, maybe screwing up a little bit. No, hits the Rotten Grasp into the charge shot. The autos and the Pyro combo. Adjo gets that serial killer streak. Steals it for himself. Says, hey, that's mine now. Just like that. Game for life. Going to be taking on a pretty serious resource lead. Maybe evening up the game, I would say. Once again, they need to actually make something happen here in the next, I would say, 10 minutes. They need to take a significant advantage, or they need to actually have a racks down. Until then, you're just letting the Moon Queen and the Warbeast farm up a little bit too much. Speaking of that Moon Queen, she's at... That was the wrong chart. 430 gold per minute, not 530. That actually left me speechless there for a second. And that's real hard to do because I love to talk. But 530 gold per minute? No, 430 gold per minute for Moon Queen. Definitely getting work done, and she still does remain the top farmer in the game. Sitting on that shrunken head. In addition to the Energizer, Whispering Helm, she'll probably have a Firebrand on the way here. Another 500 gold for that. Warbeast, he's got 500 to go for a shrunken head himself, and I definitely approve of those Shrunken Head pickups. Gonna need those to break the root from Keeper of the Forest. Speaking of Shrunken Head, though, Deadwood makes it 2 on his team. As, Parasite, gonna go in right here, trying to get a kill on the Keeper of the Forest. Keeper gonna die without getting the root off. Parasite gonna most likely go down. Blazing Strike finishes him off. Moon Queen gonna be taking a lot of damage. Multiple Shrunken Heads can be activated. Moon Finale going off right here, doing a lot of damage. Master of Arms is gonna maybe go down. Oh my god, Moon Queen's trying to run away here, and she does not get out of there. Deadwood now gonna be trying to get out as the remaining 2 members of the Hellborn team do end up bringing him down, but the Token of Life brings him right back up. He's got a Rotten Grasp. There's the root coming in from the buyback on Keeper of the Forest, but there's not enough damage from Deadwood and Keeper. The Tree Brothers simply do not have the capability to kill either of these heroes. And, okay, I guess, Bramble, you are disappointing me consistently right now. You better live, Dirty Mobs. You had better live. Nice juke right there. The Rotten Grasp not going to connect, and Keeper of the Forest will blink back as a TP was coming in. And Bramble will get out of there. Great job, Dirty Mobs. I was going to have to remove you from my friends list if you died, because you would have been bringing shame to the Bramble name, and that is simply unacceptable. But he does get out of there. Great job from Jackal TPing and of course, to Cakes as well, providing a little bit of body blocking and some additional pressure by way of those auto attacks. When it's all said and done, 007 definitely getting the better end of that when they lost the Moon Queen, but they were able to pick up 4 kills and force a buyback in that team fight, plus the token. Definitely a great fight for 007. I would say they're in a substantial lead at this point. Bramble even going to be picking up Neophyte's book. Could be looking for something like that puzzle box. I had mentioned that being a possibility. Maybe a little bit too late for that puzzle box now. Could be looking for something like the push stick or even a Storm Spirit as a possibility. Get some mana regen going and some additional movement speed on a hero that definitely values mobility. Warbeast and Bramble in the bottom lane. Going to be looking to put some pressure here. Would not be surprised to see Bramble walk up, place the Brumble Wall, have the Wolves attack for a little while, and they might even bring this tower down. But no, Deadwood makes the rotation just a little bit too fast, and the Hellborn team is pushed back. Game of cat and mouse here in the jungle, and the Hellhound comes in to make it a game of cat, mouse, and Hellhound. Thunder gets spotted out. Shiverbird joins. Might even be better than rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Moon Queen in trouble. Pyromancer going to be coming in. They do not have the damage to actually finish her right away. Pyromancer likely going to drop. Oh, almost gets 2, but the creeps absorbed a little bit too much, and the Codex finished them off. That was a long-range Codex, like 4-3. Level 3 Codex, so trading double supports for the Moon Queen. Also forced the movement back from the Spies team. So, could be considered a favorable trade. In fact, I would consider it a favorable trade for the Legion team, as this does buy some additional space for their 3 farmers as well. But once again, the later that this game goes, the more and more threatening both Moon Queen and Warbeast are going to become. Soul's Bulwark going to be finished up on Warbeast in probably about another 2 minutes, by about the 30-minute mark. He'll work on the Demonic Breastplate, while Moon Queen is going to be on the way to a Geometer's Bane herself. I don't know what's going on. Why am I making these sounds? Guys, I'm actively losing my mind. You are actually watching me fall into the pit of insanity. This is what happens when it's been a long time since you cast. I think, as of today, this morning was my first cast in 11 days. 10 days or 11 days, something like that. Which I think is my longest time that I have not cast since I started casting quote-unquote professionally in October of last year. A full 11 days. Moving, MLG Anaheim, my car getting hit by my neighbor, trying to get that fixed up, and of course getting the new job with Honcast, eating up a lot of my time, and of course getting prepared for Hauntier Season 2 and other associated events. It's been a busy week for me, and unfortunately I just haven't been able to cast as much as I would want to recently, but definitely casting 3 days minimum this week, and might even look for some scrims on Friday if we're not going to be doing a podcast. I'm not sure about the status of that just yet. Moon Queen and Warbeast trying to soak up this farm once more as the Spies team, they've definitely got the farming mechanics here to actually close this resource gap, and things are starting to look real grim for the Legion team, in my opinion. You can see them grouping up once more. They want to take down this tower up in the top lane. And we'll see. Instead, the Hellborn team could be falling back here just a little bit. And interesting, a TP back from Bramble. Is he going to finish up an item? Could be finishing up a push stick if he wanted to, but no, he'll just TP back into the base. Is a shortcut to get to the top lane. Well, look at the positioning here from the Legion team. They're the team with the initiation, and they are playing so far back. Could have been waiting for that. That's a pretty good thing to wait for. A refresher. Restoration Stone going to be coming out for Keeper of the Forest. The double root, 8 seconds of lockdown. Making sure that both Moon Queen and Warbeast aren't going to be able to auto-attack even after they pop the Shrunken Heads. They'll get hit by that second root. Going to disable their auto-attacks for another 4 seconds. And that's definitely going to give time for heroes like Tundra, Deadwood, and that Master of Arms to just lob in the auto-attacks. There's the puzzle box. Brumble and Friends is here now. You can tell Bramble's one of my favorite heroes. And, of course, my good buddy Sadfish. Some of you might have heard of him. He loves playing the hero, so we got all kinds of names for different builds and the different skills and stuff like that. Oh, Tundra going in. Avalanche onto Moon Queen. She's getting locked down real hard. Keeper of the Force going to come in with the first root. Moon Queen goes down, and he has a second root available. Luna going to be going down right here. There's the second root going to be used. Warbeast's going to be able to get out of there. No buybacks coming in. They're trying to get the kill on the Keeper of the Forest, but it's simply not going to happen. Parasite could be in some trouble himself. There's the log toss, and down goes Parasite. Grim. Who the hell is this looking grim for? The frickin' Spies. That's who it's looking grim for. A huge team fight for the Hellborn team. They're making their way up into the middle lane right now. Gonna attempt to just bring it down this tower as best as they can. 0 buybacks available. 10 seconds till Aluna. Warbeast with no ultimate right now. Good fortification is all that is between the Legion team and their first set of ranks here in the middle lane. And I think they should be able to have it. Rumble up in 15 seconds. Are they going to be fast enough? There's the power throw going out, trying to delay it, but I think they're just delaying the inevitable. Pyromancer getting those fervor stacks up, and the melee ranks will drop. Now it's about getting out of here safely. Warbeast activates the ultimate, is going to try to chase down Pyromancer, but with no stuns, he is not going to be able to prevent these TPs. A beautiful, beautiful engagement by the Legion team, getting the 4 kills, the important hero kills there, and then able to take a clean tower and racks in the middle lane. That's the kind of advantage that they needed to keep them in this game. And now I say keep them in this game because I still would not say they're in an advantage, but they've evened the slate up. If they can continually take engagements like the one that we just saw, then they're going to be able to come out ahead in this game. Now, a lot of that was up to the Keeper of the Forest and the refresher being somewhat of a surprise. I think now that they are aware that there's a refresher on Keeper of the Forest, you will not see Moon Queen up in the front lines like that anymore. Keeper of the Forest going to be coming on in here with a root in 5 seconds. Kongor is being attempted, but he's at about 20% life still. Bramble and Warbeast attempting to put the autos in to finish him, but is it going to be enough? Tundra gonna actually get the avalanche onto... Was that an illusion? I don't know. Tundra gonna be going down. Moon Queen hits the floor as well. And there's a lot of stuff going on. Pyromancer gonna be dropping right here. There's the root gonna be going out. But is it going to be enough? Deadwood. Defensive Master's call. He's gonna go down. The Fork Lightning slows him, but not enough. 3 players dead for the Legion team, and that's what I'm talking about. They needed similar fights. I don't think that they should have been trying to contest that Kongor. They dropped the Moon Queen, but there's so many other threats on this team as well. Buyback is going to be used on Keeper of the Forest, but why? I mean, he does actually try to get in there. He's not going to be able to steal the Token of Life. The body block finishes off Master of Arms here. Okay, I lied. He did steal the Token of Life. Masera, you're a champ! The Resto Stone into another root, and he gets out of there. A big play as the range Rex goes down in the middle lane. Masera is out of control. I don't know who this guy is, guys, but he has done a phenomenal job in this event so far, in this series. He is really starting to make a name for himself, and I am very excited to see what he's capable of. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, guys, we are going to go into a pause here real quick. And hopefully it's not going to be too long of a pause. We actually had some very, very long ones earlier on today in this series. I want to say we had about 30 minutes of pauses in Game 1 of the series. One of the reasons that we are going so late in this. But I do want to take this time to actually remind you guys one more time about the... what am I trying to say? About the promotion going on right now over at creative.com. The DJ Rhapsody promotion. Let me go ahead and I just got a new version of that with the more appropriate information. So let's see if I can go ahead and pull that up. Just got that in, and hopefully this pulls it up. It does! There we go. So, the promotion going on over at creative.com. If you're looking for DJ Rhapsody, saying, hey, that's an avatar that's never been released. I've never won any of these contests. Well, here's another opportunity for you to walk away with one of those. DJ Rhapsody now going to be a code coming with the purchase of these 3 select headsets over at creative.com. The Sound Blaster Recon 3D Omega on sale for $199.99. The Tactic 3D Omega, $70 off with this code at $129.99. And the Tactic 3D Rage Wireless going to be 10% off with the code DJ Rhapsody RG. As you can see there on the screen, these offers are valid until July 27th. So make sure to head over to creative.com. And if you want to support me and Colecast, you can actually click on the picture of the headset down there where it says support Colecast, and that'll give you a link right over to creative.com, and that'll actually get me a referral, which helps me out just a little bit. So if you are looking for DJ Rhapsody, well, there you go. There's one more way to get it, and of course you'll be getting it with another fantastic headset courtesy of Sound Blaster. So, guys, if you do have any questions about this offer, make sure to let me know. Send me a message here on Twitch, tweet at me, Facebook message me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can within the extent of my knowledge and ability. Because, of course, I want to promote the great products over at Sound Blaster, and I also want to make sure that you guys get access to a very awesome avatar here in Heroes of Newerth. But getting back into the game right here, looks like what you got has reconnected, so hopefully going to be getting into this one once more. There we go. Okay. Wow, I have a bunch of windows open. That's not what I was intending to do. There we go. So, unfortunately, not going to be unpausing this one just yet. And we did see that Keeper of the Forest did actually just use the refresher. So it's going to be on cooldown for about another minute and a half, a little over a minute and a half here. And this is going to be time that the Hellborn team should be looking to actually just get farmed up, look for the next tier of items. Now that Moon Queen does have both the Shrunken Head and the Geometer's Bane, you should see her being able to break both of the roots coming in for Keeper of the Forest, but when they front load the damage like they have been, the Avalanche, the Willowmaker, and the Blazing Strike all on the Moon Queen, there's just not a whole lot she can do. She needs to get that Shrunken Head off immediately as she goes into these team fights, even if it means eating the 4 seconds of root by not breaking the first one with the Shrunken Head. She needs to get the Shrunken Head off very, very quickly, or she will be annihilated. But that Avalanche doing work from Tundra. He got that portal key, and he's even got an Acolyte staff picked up now, so going to be working toward a sheep stick here pretty dang soon. Oh my god, somebody just pointed out to me that I didn't update the score after the last game. I'm terrible at that sometimes, guys. It is 1-1. This is game number 3. I apologize. This is the final game for today in the Ultimate Series Pandasoul. It is updated now, and see, this is what happened last time, man. Like, it was somebody had to go AFK. Like, Diglett had to go AFK because the FBI was at his door, and then somebody on the Legion team went AFK because they were in the bathroom, and so somebody on the Hellborn team went AFK to use the bathroom, and then it was like a 20-minute pause, and then there was another like 10-minute pause, and another 5-minute pause, and me being a solo caster here with nothing to talk about recent events or anything, I'm just like, oh, how do I fill time? This is ridiculous. I'm out of my mind right now, but looks like we're good to go right here, right now. Not bad.
Let's get it on.
Do, do, do. Do, do, do. So it looks like Puzzle Box is going to be upgraded. That's level 3? No, level 2. Right? Am I insane? Level 2, yeah. So level 2 Puzzle Box, that's definitely going to do work against the Invis of Keeper of the Forest, and if there is a little bit too much damage going around, that Mauler might get taken out very, very quickly. Thistle Skull picked up on Keep of the Forest as well. I like that pickup when you're rolling with Keep of the Forest, Tundra, and Deadwood. Oh, top lane, Warbeast in trouble. No demonic breastplate just yet. See you later, Cakes. His 5th death of the game as Felpaw is doing work. Another standout player for me in this game. Felpaw has done great in this series and really, once again, making a name for himself. And I love when this happens. And it certainly does at the beginning of new seasons of competition, essentially. When you see these new players that come onto the rise or come onto the scene. For me, Season 1 of Han Tour, players like Seal Kit, players like Super KGE, definitely making names for themselves at the beginning of that season. Definitely people like even Zergo playing for Another Dimension, Zintz over there for Team Excellent. Definitely people that are starting to be on the rise, the mid-tier players that make their way into that very high tier of play. And I could definitely see Felpaw, Masera, and even players like Baltazar here on Gay for Life make their way up. Right now, the only thing they're concerned about is beating HOMO7, and they're going to try to do it by taking a Rax up here in the top lane. They've already got the full set of Rax down in the middle, recall. So they can play this one slow. As long as they're keeping this creep wave pushed up, they can actually take the opposing team's jungle. Resource manage them like that, but they're going to choose to just back off, actually. Heading down into the bottom lane. Parasite still sitting on level 4 Codex, actually. Grabbing a Neophyte's book here. We'll see if he does go for a puzzle box himself. Having a double set of level 3 puzzle boxes is actually extremely deadly. Extremely deadly. I think it's going to be a Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's just a little bit too good to pass up when you are kind of all in on a hero like this Moon Queen. And against something like the Avalanche that's a short duration superior stun, you definitely want to have that Storm Spirit available. So that's what I'm expecting that it's going to be. But another puzzle box would certainly be fun. Speaking of that, puzzle box level 3, still not finished up on Bramble. Dirty Mob's farm has tapered off a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, sorry, guys. Something stuck in my throat. I live in the mountains now. And as a result of being a mountain man, I don't believe in doors. So there's creepy crawlies that, like, live in my room. Moths and stuff flying around. Sometimes they fly at my nuts. No, I'm just kidding. But there are moths. I found out after day 1 of being in this new house that my screen door has holes in it. And I opened it up one night and a bunch of moths flew in, so cool. I know you guys really care about that story, so I figured I'd oblige. Vision up right now, very defensive in nature for HOMO7. They are really trying to protect the hell out of this jungle. All 3 entrances going to be really scouted out by those wards. And it's kind of interesting because they're playing up now. They're playing on the opposite side of the map and not playing to the advantage that their wards are generating. Moon Queen going to instead head back now and try to farm out in a very safe place down here in the bottom lane. I'll respond to something right here. There we go. And it looks like the Legion team once more could be looking to try to start a fight. Invis on Tundra. He's got a Bound Eye as well. This is not as strong as it once was, of course, needing to activate the Bound Eye and thus breaking the Invis to get any kind of counter warding going on. Luna actually finished up a Storm Spirit herself, so she's had that Mana Tube for quite some time, and Jackal finding a way to finish it up Not bad at all. 212 gold per minute on the hard support solo. Definitely something that she should be proud of. Demonic Breastplate finished up on Mr. Deadwood. Warbeast going to be finishing his up in about another 800 gold. Symbol of Rage just picked up on Moon Queen. That's being delivered to her right now. And big pickups all around as we get into the later stages of this game. 41 minutes in. Rongor going to be coming up here relatively soon, and unfortunately the bound die expired just before Tundra got in range of that ward of sight. So full vision from the Hellborn team. They know exactly what the Legion's up to. And this is a very tense moment. Looks like they will be going for some racks here in the bottom, perhaps. Defensive tower pretty low there. Full life in the bottom lane, and Moon Queen Illusion's going to be doing some counter pushing. These might be able to take the tower down if they get some good bounces onto the next creep wave, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Ramble up in the front line. He's got to get that level 3 puzzle box off before he gets engaged on. Or will they engage on him? A hero that really does rely on getting multiple spellcasts off throughout a team fight. He would be an ideal target to take out. But he's very tanky himself with that barrier idol, as well as the Helm of the Black Legion, and even the ensnaring shrubbery that he might apply to himself. He could be a very difficult target and tough proposition for the Legion team. They instead want to be able to open up on the Moon Queen, because if she is left to her own devices throughout this team fight, she will tear a new one. And the Legion team, there's the Keeper of the Forest, minions going up, and there's the initiation on the Moon Queen. Avalanche coming in, the Willowmaker going to get used, but the ensnaring shrubbery is going out. Oh, the Refresher not going to be able to get the second root off. Moon Queen not going to go down either. So much damage being turned around on Deadwood, Tundra, and Keeper of the Forest all down. The two supports going to be trying to get away, and looks like they should be able to, but holy crap, that is the power of the Symbol of Rage, plus the ensnaring shrubbery and the Storm Spirit saving Moon Queen's life so much right there. And that could very easily be the game. That was the chance that the Legion needed to take. As this game went later and later, they needed to be able to take a second set of racks so they could starve their opponents out, force them into bad situations, and then take advantage of those. But unfortunately, they just were not able to break the base in that capacity. Moon Queen has gotten to the point of being too tanky, the Storm Spirit's too effective, and that ensnaring shrubbery keeping her alive too damn long. Master of Arms and Pyromancer wanting to go right here. They're going to put out a healthy amount of damage, but holy crap, Parasite annihilates Pyromancer right here. There's the buybacks actually onto 2 players. That's actually 3 players. Keeper of the Forest does have a root available, and he might drop it right here, right now. Tundra can activate the Shrunken Head very late, but Warbeast's going to tear right through that Shrunken Head. He said, yellow gold, I don't care, man. I'll heat you up and melt you down. And they say, whatever, we'll take this defensive tower. You want to run away, you can do that all day long. The Spies showing why they are the masters right now and the favorite team coming into this series. Gay for Life has put on a phenomenal series for us here and really just showed us what they are all about. But with that series of buybacks even turning around in their opponent's favor, I mean, it is safe to say that this one is firmly in control of the Hellborn team, and they're going to be looking to close this one out here in the next few minutes. Maybe a token of life might be what they need. And in fact, Moon Queen going to be heading over there right about now. 4,700 gold in the bank. Expect something like a wing bow to be coming out of her next. Could even go straight for something like a Behemoth's Heart, knowing that just the raw tankiness is going to help out. That when she is being locked down, that wing bow isn't going to work necessarily. So it looks like Token of Life going to be acquired by Moon Queen. She's not even going to have any room unless she wants to vendor the good old Energizer there. There's Bananas as well. And holy crap, Parasite going on to Deadwood with that level 5 Codex. Parasite gets turned around on. He is very, very low will survive. One auto attack would have actually finished him off, but Pyromancer had lost the vision as Deadwood used the portal key to get out of there. And Parasite instead just going to take over a creep, get back some of his life there. And the Hellborn team, they're in no rush from this point forward. Thunder still not able to finish up that sheepstick. Balthazar has had a rough time in the last 20 minutes or so of the game. Sitting at 3, 6, and 7 after a very strong start in lane, and combining with Deadwood to get some very key early pickoffs. Since then, has not been able to get the farm he was looking for, has not been able to get the pickoffs, as it's just gotten a little bit too difficult. The Spies have been playing extremely well, and there's another Storm Streak going to be picked up by Parasite, ensuring that Moon Queen will survive pretty much at all costs. There's just simply no way you're going to burst that hero down with the wing bow that she just picked up as well. That evasion is really going to help out. And of course, she's going to just be attacking so fast, doing so much damage, and regenerating so much with that Symbol of Rage. Legion team perhaps going to group up for one final attempt here. They're certainly not going to throw in the towel now, not after 3 hours of hard-fought games. They're not just going to give up, but holy moly, a double damage rune on Moon Queen. She is going to annihilate this tower. Warbeast will save the Warcry for the tower in base. And Moon Queen's actually just going to... she's going to open up this base like a can of sardines here in a second, guys. A base race perhaps on the way, as the Legion team are extremely hesitant to engage this head-on. Geometer's Bane, Master of Arms, G being called here by Felpa, saying, I just don't think we stand a chance. Oh, the throne is going to be attempted here by Moon Queen. Geometer's Bane goes up, canceling out that double damage. A root going to be used. Holy moly, Parasite takes him down with a level 5 Codex there. The Brumble Wall going up right here, and the game is going to be over. GG, well played, well played. Good luck in tournament. Coming out as Masera wishes the Spies, well, a very fortuitous future. The Legion team had a good run, but they simply were not enough to take down Dirty Mobs and the boys as they advance 2-1 over Gay for Life in the Ultimate Pandasoul round of 32. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the second round of this Ultimate Pandasoul event. We've still got 2 more full days of Pandasoul action coming at you, so do not go anywhere. Tomorrow, Thursday, Hauntcast, Colecast, Team Stay Greencasters, NFG, Mangy, and Dan. We got you covered with all kinds of competitive Haunt action. So guys, I hope that you did enjoy today's cast. I know that I'm happy to be back in the driver's seat, getting some more casting done right here. But first and foremost, congratulations to We Are Spies advancing into the round of 16, the 3rd round here of Ultimate Pandasoul. We'll be following their progress throughout the rest of this event. So make sure, if you are a fan of Dirty Mobs and the Boys, tune on in tomorrow. We might be casting them then. After that, a big shout out to Hauntcast and S2 Games for putting on the Ultimate Pandasoul event, to Chuck64 in England for, of course, as always, running the admin side of things, and to all of you out there for making us part of your broadcast day. I know that you have a lot of choices in what you watch with Competitive Heroes of Newerth, whether it's me right here, whether it's Breaking CPK and Emperor over on Hauntcast, or the guys from Down Under over on twitch.tv/TeamStayGreen. I appreciate you being here with Colecast. And guys, that's about going to do it. I want to remind you one more time of the DJ Rap City promotion going on right now over at creative.com. If you're looking to get your hands on this absolutely exclusive avatar, courtesy of Sound Blaster, well, this is one more way to do it. With your purchase of any of these 3 selected headsets at creative.com, you're going to get big savings, $50 off on the Omega, 70 off on the Omega Tactic 3D, and then of course 10% off on the Tactic 3D Rage Wireless with the codes that you see on the screen. And of course you will get a DJ Rhapsody code along with your fantastic Sound Blaster products. So make sure to use the link that you have actually down in the info section below the stream right here where it says support Colecast, and it's got a picture of a headset. Click that. That'll take you right on over to creative.com where you can use these, and well, that helps out Colecast, and of course that supports our sponsors and the sponsors of events here in the Heroes of Newerth scene, and encourages Sound Blaster to come back for more. So guys, thank you very much for watching today. If you want to support me directly as well, you can actually subscribe to Colecast. It's down there, $4.99 a month. You can get that really cool subscriber icon that you see in chat. We're working on emoticons right now, and of course, as always, if you do have suggestions for what you want to see for chat emoticons, make sure to send me a message, and well, we'll take a look, and if we like them, we'll do our best. Hopefully gonna have 2, maybe even 3 of those coming out this week, depending on how fast we can get those done. But guys, once more, thank you for following. Thank you for being here. Make sure to follow twitch.tv/Colecast. You can check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/beefpotpie1. Like my Facebook, facebook.com/beefpotpie1. And of course, if you need to catch up on any of the Colecasts from today or the last 8 months, you can head on over to youtube.com/beefpotpie1. All of our VODs over there. And until then, we'll be back tomorrow with more Ultimate Pandasoul. It's going to be at 9 a.m. PST, 12 a.m. or excuse me, 12 p.m. noon EDT, and 1800 CEST. We'll catch you guys then for the round of 16. Until then, Beef, Colecast, we're out.